Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a whole chicken with stuffing and a vegetable casserole. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to start the sausage. I'm going to put my pot on high heat, and I'm just going to add a tad bit of oil. You don't want to add too much because there's already a lot of fat that's going to come out of the sausage. So maybe not even a tablespoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Oh boy, I got the hot sausage. That's not good. Oh well. So I ended up getting hot sausage, which is not good because I'm allergic, but okay then. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump this right into the pot. Take this on a toy. So while the sausage is cooking, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut up an onion and some celery. And both have to be finely chopped, so get your best knife possible. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so like I said, we're going to do one onion, and I'm going ahead and I'm just using a regular red onion because that's all I have in my refrigerator. Oh, that's a tough one. So, the inspiration for my dish today came from my grandmother. This is kind of her big time Thanksgiving dinner, which we actually get twice a year. Obviously for Thanksgiving, then every Easter. For ShopRite does their, if you spend $300, then you get a free turkey or free ham or free, whatever. So she gets a free turkey every Thanksgiving and Easter. And so that's what we ended up doing. We don't celebrate Easter that much, but, we end up getting the turkey and having it some night at her house. If you want it smaller than that, by all means go ahead, but it seems small enough for me already, so that's good. Okay, so that's my onion. And I also need to cut up some celery into small pieces just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'll take, let's start with 4. And make sure you wash these because as you can already tell, it's still a little bit dirty. Okay. Let me just turn down the heat on this a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to cut the ends off here. And what I'm going to do, since I need them to be small, is I'm actually going to cut them down the middle and then into fine chopped cubes. And I think I can actually go down each of them again. Be very careful, you don't take off your fingers. So like I was saying, every Thanksgiving and every Easter, we always look forward to eating at Grandma's because she makes some of the best stuffing and casserole dish, vegetable casserole dish. And, you know, turkey's supposed to be the main course and the main attraction of the dinner, but this is what we look forward to. That was hard to go through. You know what? I gotta do something. Hold on 1 second. Here's a trick I can teach you guys. Take a paper towel, get it wet, squeeze out the excess water, get it nice and flat, lay it on your counter or tabletop or whatever you're using, and it shouldn't move that much anymore. See? Nice and easy. So, I'm not doing a turkey today. What I'm doing is I'm doing a whole chicken, like I said. And that's basically going to be for the guys downstairs. And what I'm doing for me and my husband today is we are going to have our own little Cornish hens. You know, the little baby chickens. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stuff the sausage. First I'm going to do it in the baked chicken just to get that started first. And then I'll stuff it in the little Cornish hens, and then stick them in a little bit later on, because my husband will be home a little bit early, so that's why I'm doing it. It's only 8:15, I think, 8:30 maybe, and I'm already cooking, so it's almost like you're cooking for Thanksgiving. Alright, so for this dish I'm actually using regular pork sausage, but you want to substitute pork for turkey sausage, or if you want to take out the sausage altogether, you can add more bread, which I'm going to show you in a minute, or you can add apples or oysters, or you know, anything that you want that you feel you can substitute it with. You can go ahead and try that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is a big block of butter, so I'm going to take a big cut of butter, and I'm just going to add it right into the pot. I'm going to let that melt for a few minutes. No muscle for this one. Yes. And the butter is actually going to help soften up everything. I'm adding it right into the sausage so it can mix with the sausage drippings. It says to drain. It says in the directions to drain this, but there's so little sausage juice in here that it really doesn't matter. So get that melted. Melted, so I'm just going to go ahead and add all this in. Let's make it easier right here. And you want to cook the sausage and the onion until it's just soft. You don't want to brown it. You don't want to overcook it. Nothing of that sort. Because then it'll come out all burnt and ugly and nasty tasting and ugh, not good. So you may want to just lower, my temperature's already low, but you may want to lower your heat to about medium to medium low. But don't leave it on high because then that'll be a disaster. I'm just going to use this dish for now to help me out here. White bread. You're not going to use the whole loaf, but you're going to use a good portion of it. All you're going to, it calls for 8 cups of white bread cubes, but just break it up into small pieces with your fingers. Just rip it out. That's all you have to do. You can do this the night before and let it sit overnight. It doesn't matter if it's the old bread because most of it's going to get cooked right into the sausage, and then you're just going to mix everything together in the pot before you stuff your turkey or your chicken with it. This is a good thing for the kids to do. If you have kids, you know, sit them at the table and have them tear apart the bread. They can break something or tear something apart without getting into trouble. It'll make it useful. And you want everything. You want the crust and you want the actual bread part. You could do this with fresh bread, a couple days old bread. Just make sure there's no mold on it, because then that would cause a problem. Excuse me. Like I said, if you want to, just put this in a bowl or in a pan like this, cover it with some foil, leave it overnight, so it's one less thing you have to do, you know, the day of, especially if it's a big family dinner or if it's Thanksgiving or anything of that sort. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to stir up my sausage mixture over there. See how that's coming out? Oh yeah, everything's looking beautiful. So what you're going to do is you're going to take maybe about a third of the bread cubes. You probably need a little bit more than that. And dump them right into the pot while everything's still cooking. That looks about good. And then you're going to just mix that up so it can start absorbing everything. Actually, I'm going to turn off the heat so it can start to cool down a little bit too, because you're actually going to have to stuff the chicken or your turkey using your hands. And the last thing you want to do is have hot stuff all over your hands. Okay, so I'm going to actually move this over. Let's put that there for now. Move this over here.